My name is Jordan Hyatt. I will start off by saying this is the most fun that I have had by writing a paper, even though it was 30 pages. The topic I chose has always been a big place in my heart. The research conducted in this paper shows the effects of social media towards delinquency and towards law enforcement. The research concludes that there are instances where social media can be positive as well as negative. In this study, I go over real-life events such as the Ferguson effect and how the media blew the incident out of proportion. This paper contains opinions from myself as well as research on social media and the overall impact that it has caused within the criminal justice field. What is social media? Social media is websites and computer programs that allow people to communicate and share information on the internet using a computer or a mobile phone. Did you know that there are over 65 social media platforms today? Which means there are over 65 ways to get into trouble. Not only has it impacted negatively, but it has also impacted in positive ways. Not all social media platforms are bad, but you're able to do bad stuff on there. It just depends on if you're willing to do it or not. Whether it be concern in law enforcement or concern for delinquents, social media has made an impact in this world. Social media itself. Now ask yourself, how many people do I know own a smartphone? How many people do I know have social media accounts? But in today's society, the best question to ask yourself is how many people do I know do not own a smartphone? I can guess that there are not many people. Now, 10 years ago, it was a privilege to own a smartphone. Now everyone has one, well, including myself. The main social networking sites are Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and YouTube. Social media made it easy to spread information quickly. The problem being is that you don't know if everything you read is true. Headlines, links, posts, images, etc. are ways to receive false information if you do not fact check it beforehand. Social media also influences a child's behavior. Their brains are not fully developed, and looking at a screen for an average of 4 hours a day or more is not healthy for a young child's mind. Young children who see things that they are not supposed to online could lead to them doing something illegal or something they are not supposed to be doing. Snapchat. The good. In the interview I conducted with Officer Donnie Gerard, he said, "I have had many instances where a child or adult had reached out to me for help because they didn't have anyone else to talk to or help them." Snapchat is also used to communicate with your friend or family who lives far away, and you can send a picture and then write a little message on it, and then it'll go away. The bad. Snapchat's impact on delinquency can lead an adolescent into pedophilia because of the nudes they can send and receive, and that's like the big negatives of Snapchat. Snapchat gives you the ability to send or receive a picture, and that picture will go away in seconds. The ugly. Snapchat is not only a cause for delinquency, but it also has a role in mental health. In a survey of 1,500 people aged 14 to 24, those who suffered the most from Snapchat were teen girls. Snapchat makes it easy for girls to feel their bodies aren't good enough. It leads to eating disorders, suicide, bullying, and low self-esteem. And the number of illegal things that you can get away with on Snapchat is countless. YouTube music. The positive. If you listen to music that you enjoy, it does decrease the level of hormones called cortisol in your body, counteracting the effects of chronic stress. Therefore, it helps you with stress. If you're stressed out, the best way to cure that is to listen to music. Individuals also listen to music to reduce anxiety. Juveniles that are incarcerated say that music became a medicine that cured their delinquency. So if you're a juvenile within like a jail, then they can listen to music and that helps them calm down and everything like that. And the negative. Listening to music that has guns, sex, violence, drugs, and aggressive behavior can contribute to delinquency among adolescents. Many young people idolize rappers and it leads them to imitating their behavior. The rap genre sexualization of women give women around the world false hope. Women are seen as accessories and not for what they actually are. Other social media platforms. The other social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and various dating apps also contribute to delinquency. Research indicates that the one common bad effect of social media is addiction, the constant checking of the media platforms. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. These apps are addicting. The addiction of social media disrupts a child's learning ability. Cyberbullying is also done through these apps, which leads the child into depression, have anxiety, and in some cases, the most serious cases, suicide. And with dating apps, such as Tinder, using dating apps could lead to depression and anxiety because you feel the sense that no one wants to be with you. Dating apps are also a good way to get catfished, which is dangerous because whoever you meet could kidnap you. And social media's negative impacts on law enforcement. Social media causes hesitancy on law enforcement officers, thus causing them to not act as they should. Law enforcement officers from around the country say they are increasingly concerned that video recordings of their interactions with the public are being used to show them in a negative light. Social media causes violence in the streets, and violence being riots. Another danger of social media for law enforcement officers is the spread of personal information. By simply looking through friends, groups, and likes, you can pretty much find out someone's geographical location, which is pretty scary. And social media's positive impacts on law enforcement. The public can be on the lookout for law enforcement through social media posts. The sheriff's department posting missing children, and that post gets shared by thousands. So say, for instance, there's a child go missing within your city, and what the police department will do is that they'll take a picture of the child or have an old picture of the child, have all their information on it, and post their last whereabouts and their mother, father's, or their guardian's contact information on it. And if you find it, or if you find the child, a reward will be given. And that post gets shared by thousands. I share posts like that all the time because it's very vital to the community to do that. Law enforcement can also be used law enforcement can use social media by building relationships and community trust with the public. Like, for example, with the posts, and like if it's during election year, they can share all their posts about who they are and what they want to do and run for the city. And social media also provides public safety information. The Ferguson effect. Well, the Ferguson effect is the topic that led me to write this paper. I learned about this about a year ago in one of my criminal justice classes. The Ferguson effect is a hypothesis that happened whenever a Caucasian officer shot an African American male. This is believed to have increased the scrutiny of police and increased the crime rate. The Ferguson effect hypothesis suggests that officers are conscious of the negative publicity surrounding their profession, understand that their actions could be recorded by the public at any given time, and become less willing to do their job as a way to avoid being accused of racial profiling or excessive force. Thank you.